Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so my friend just texted me because I was like, I don't know what to film today, and she was like, girl, why don't you film about what you've been going through? And I was like, I might cry. So we ain't gonna do all that, but I am actually going to touch on a couple topics that I think are really important to talk about, because I know that I am not the only person going through something in my life right now, and I've kind of briefly touched on it throughout some of my like spiritual videos or my story time type videos for you guys, but I have never talked about in detail what's actually going on in my life, and that's just out of respect for my family and the people involved in my life. I don't want to exploit them for YouTube views. If I did, honey, I would have 1 million subscribers. That's why I don't vlog. Y'all want to know why I don't vlog? Because of the stuff going on right now, it's so TV worthy, like reality show worthy. Like, it's insane. You can't write the stuff that's happening in my life right now. That's why I know God's hand is in everything, because some of this stuff only God can fix. So that is why I don't film like vlogs on a regular basis, because if I did, I would be exploiting my family, and I don't want to do that. So I kind of just want to just talk about I guess just staying positive. I kind of have a video up on this already, but right now is probably one of the toughest, I mean hardest times of my life. And I love these like video diaries because you can just kind of just let it out and be yourself. And so I like to just do them sometimes as therapy. So yeah, like it is just one of the hardest times in my life right now, and I have been praying non-stop. I know God is there. I know He's listening. I know He hears me, just because He responds. He might not respond right away, but He does respond in His own way and in His own time. And on His own time, I mean, like, that's just kind of how God works. So for me, it's a little frustrating at times because you want to rush Him and you can't. You just can't. You cannot rush God. And that is like one of the biggest lessons I'm learning right now, as far as my career, as far as my life, as far as everything. And I'm just in a really weird place in life right now, like kind of a crossroads. Like I really don't know what's next. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just kind of up in the air, and I felt like at one point in my life I was on the right track. Everything was going the way it should be. Everything was falling into place. It just felt kind of like just a smooth ride, and then everything got flipped upside down last year, and since then it's kind of been chaos. And it's so easy to keep that off my channel because I don't like to open up that way on YouTube. You know, I just don't want everybody in my business. That's really what it's about. And I'm learning that that's okay sometimes to just kind of be a little transparent, especially on here, because you connect with people better. So that's why I've been doing these spiritual videos and talking to you guys a little bit more about life and God and just my whole spiritual view on life. I want to say, this is something I just want to say, there's no perfect Christian. So if you are a Christian or a new Christian or someone who is a believer now and you weren't before, nobody is perfect, and there's not one perfect Christian walking this earth. So don't let Christians or people who are religious make you think that you have to be perfect if you're a Christian. That's not true. None of us are perfect. The idea of being a Christian is to be Christ-like, to accept Him, accept Jesus as your personal Savior. I mean, we all have gifts. God gives us all gifts. He really does. And none of us are going to have the same story. None of us are going to be like someone else in that sense, because what is for us is for us. So what is for you is for you. What is for me is for me. Like, God gives us all our different gifts and different things. So we can't expect to be like someone else. So never compare yourself to someone else. Don't compare your journey to someone else's. That is one of the biggest lessons I'm learning. It is hard, especially in the YouTube world. I've been in this YouTube thing since 2011, and I was consistent, like very consistent. And sometimes I feel like, what is, like, my channel's just not growing the way I want it to grow. And then I look at other YouTubers who were starting when I started, and and they're just so much bigger and they're not doing anything different than I am. And at one point I was comparing my channel to other people's, like, what am I doing wrong? And I just learned that you cannot do that in life. You cannot do that. What is for you is for you, and what God gives you is for you specifically. So I stopped comparing myself to other people, and when that happened, I became a lot more successful on my channel. It just skyrocketed. Now, obviously, I'm not as big as some of these other YouTubers out here, but my channel is still growing. So I don't give up. You know, one thing I've learned with my YouTube channel is consistency. I have not been able to be as consistent as I would like because of what's going on in my like everyday personal life. Life happens, life gets in the way. It just gets hard to get up and film a video. And then sometimes I'm so depressed that I'm not into filming. And I wanted you guys to know the real story, because I've kind of just been touching on it here and there, but not really going into detail and talking about what is really going on, which I can't. But I can say to you guys that I have not forgotten about you, and I have not forgotten about my channel, and I do love filming YouTube videos when I have time and when I can do it. A lot of times I'm home doing nothing, but I'm not feeling it. And I can't put out content, y'all, if I'm not feeling my content. If I'm not like, I don't want to just only film sponsored videos. Like, that's not what YouTube is about for me. That's not why I started YouTube. So when I film, I try to make it as authentic as possible. And I've just noticed that I have not really been into my channel the way that I used to. Like, the drive and the love that I used to have for this was starting to fall off, because I was allowing what is going on into my life to get in the way of what I love. And I'm kind of just redirecting myself right now. I'm finding my way, and I'm reconnecting with what I love in life. So that's where I'm at mentally. I just wanted you guys to kind of like have some insight on what's going on with me. I love interior design. That is my niche, my everything. I love doing that, and I want to incorporate that on my channel. I want to keep my channel a beauty-based channel, but I want to expand it into a lifestyle channel. And I've been saying this for a really long time, that that's kind of what I want to do, but I have not really had the chance to do it. So since I've been in my new place, I've been working on decorating it. It's kind of what keeps me busy and keeps me happy and keeps my mind off of what's going on in my personal life. It's kind of just therapeutic for me to be artistic and creative. That's who I am. I am a creative, artistic person. So I have to constantly be stimulated in order to be productive. It's just the way that I am. And I only film or do something artistic when I'm inspired to do it. And thanks to Aspen, my best friend, she just sent me a snap and was like, because I put on Snapchat, what should I film, you guys? And she sent me a snap and was like, girl, film your real life-ish. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. So I wanted to just really quickly, let me see, we're in 8 minutes, so I'm not going to talk too long, but I wanted to just give you guys, I know I'm kind of talking in circles and not telling you exactly what's going on, but it's kind of hard to do that, like I said, because there's other people involved in my life. I wish I could open up that part of my life to you, but it would just be not okay. So I do want to just let you guys know that I'm finding myself right now. That's what's going on. I'm figuring out where I'm going, and God is putting a lot of tests and obstacles in my life right now, and I'm just riding with him through this to get to the next step. So when it comes to my channel, it is kind of fallen by the wayside. I've kind of just not really been as into it as I would like to be, and I apologize for that. I do want to make one promise to you guys, that when I'm ready to film, I try to film. When I am inspired, I film. When I really have something to talk to you guys about or show you guys, I film. So that is something that I want you guys to know. When I put up a video, it is a genuine video. If I'm working with a brand, it's because I really like the brand or I'm really using the product. That is how I like to keep my integrity on my channel. I'm just figuring out if what I wanted to do in the beginning is still what I want to do. Initially, I wanted to be on television. That was always like my dream growing up. I didn't know exactly what. I didn't know if I wanted to be an actress or if I wanted to be on TV. Like, just be on TV. I mean, I just had like a broad, I want to be on TV. And then when I started working in television behind the scenes, when I was at Rachel Ray and VH1 and 106 in Park, I realized I want to be on camera. I realized that's where my niche was. That's why I started my channel. And I have a couple of things, like ideas and stuff in the works and things like that I'm working on. I mean, it's hard because I have other things going on in my life, so that stuff is kind of on hold as far as my career. But I still have things that I want to do, and I'm just trying to bring it all together so that it makes sense, so that my career makes sense. I don't know, it's just, I'm just in a crossroads. I'm trying to find my way right now, and aside from dealing with everything else that's going on with my family right now, you know, it's rough. It's really bad. Some days I think I might cry every single day or every other day. I think I cry every other day. That's how bad things are at home. But just pray for me, you guys. YouTube is kind of my therapeutic outlet. I kind of just like to talk to you guys and keep it real, and this is where I get to do that. So that is why I film videos still, because I really truly sometimes want to give up, but I'm like, you can't, because there's people that watch you, and there's people, even the 35,000 people or 34 whatever thousand that watch you, those people obviously watch you for a reason, so keep going. And that's kind of what I tell myself when I want to stop filming, when I want to just throw all this out the window and be like, what am I doing this for? Because that's how I feel about life right now sometimes. And I will never lose faith. I will never lose my faith. I will never give up on God. I know this is a storm, and I know that I have to get through it, but it is very hard. And I am not going to lie to you guys. Even some of the most, strongest Christians, I guess you would say, fall off sometimes. You know, fall off the wagon. So just know that you don't have to be perfect to be a Christian. Just know that. That's something I really want to stress, because you don't. You really, really don't. I mean, we all sin. I'm not saying sin is okay, but we all do it. And God does forgive us if we repent and we talk to Him. And He doesn't expect us to be perfect. At least I don't think He does. He really does take you for who you are, but God will change you when you accept Him anyway. When God is truly living in you, when the Holy Spirit's really living in you, you will change. You will just start to change. You will see things starting to change. You won't want to do the same things you used to do. And I know people always like say that, but it's true. Like, most of the things that stimulated me or made me happy when I was like 19, 20 years old don't anymore. I mean, obviously that's growth with life in general, but I mean, like, the sinful stuff, the lustful things, the being out there in the world stuff just kind of fell off of me, and I don't do that stuff anymore. I really don't. I crave God more than I crave anything else. I crave strengthening that relationship more than anything else. When I'm by myself, I talk to Him. When I'm stressed out, I talk to Him. When I want to cry, I just pray. Like, my relationship with God is getting stronger through the storm, but that's what's supposed to happen. He brings you closer to Him when you're going through something, and that's kind of what's happening right now. Right now, God and I are holding hands, walking through this storm, trying to get to the other side, and once we do, I don't know if life will be 100 times better or what, but I know I'll be on my way to something better than what's going on right now. I mean, the only thing more than this is going up, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I don't know if any of that made sense because it was all over the place, but I wanted to give you guys some insight on what's going on in my life. So I just want to let you guys know that I love you, and I appreciate all of you so much. Your comments, the stuff you say to me, the comments you leave, the things that you guys do, but I don't know, just everything. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. I love all of y'all. I mean, I wouldn't even be this far without God and my subscribers. True story. And family, of course. But I mean, like, if y'all didn't watch, what would be the point, right? So thank you so much for watching as much as you do. Please ride or die with me. Don't give up on me, guys. I know I am not as consistent as I used to be with YouTube, but I apologize for that. And when I get where I really want to be, like when life really gets on track or just a little better, I will try and put out more videos consistently, and I don't know, just do something different, you know? So thanks, guys. I love you, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.